And now we want to connect with another special person, a dear old friend of Combatants for Peace, the honorable actor, Mr. Richard Gere.
Hi, I'm going to speak from my heart to all of you. I don't see you, but I'm imagining you. I see you in my mind, in my heart. Salam, Shalom. It's a great honor to be here and talk to you. A bit intimidating. I don't pretend to have felt the kind of pain and suffering that you all have. I'm not in the middle of that kind of struggle and violence and fear, perhaps on a daily basis. Certainly my own country has its own problems, and it seems like we have a bottomless well of anger and hatred here that we are trying to overcome as well. But we know that more hatred and more anger will never lead us out of this. The path is wisdom and compassion and love, ultimately. And all of those together can create the world that we all want to see, where our children can grow up without fear, where we do have a sense of place, of home. Until the Palestinians have a home, Israelis won't have a home. You know that. If this conflict in the Middle East can be resolved in a real way, not a superficial way, but in a genuine, transformative way of love and compassion and understanding and forgiveness, what a model for the rest of the world, for the rest of us, for the rest of the planet, of how we can resolve some of these conflicts which are based on really superficial narratives of history, the present. And, we can look to our deeper selves of connection rather than superficial ones of separation. And it takes a lot of work. Nonviolence takes a lot of courage. Nonviolence is not a tactic, it's a way of life, it's a way of being. And that's the transformation. It's an internal one within each of us. And clearly, you all know that. You're working really hard on this and coming from a deep place. I've seen such extraordinary people in Israel and on the West Bank. Such extraordinary suffering, and in some cases has generated and given birth to amazing wisdom and compassion and forgiveness. And I know your organizations, the Combatants for Peace, who I met 4 years ago and was deeply, deeply moved by. These tough guys who had found a way to get past the stupidity and ignorance of revenge and hatred and anger and found something else. Not in a silly way, a superficial way, but a deep transformation. A parent circle, also of families coming together and sharing their stories. When we share our stories, of course, we realize we're all the same. There's an old Jewish saying that God created men and women because he liked stories. We're all stories, and all of our stories interconnect in a very intimate way. We haven't seen the ending of the story of the territories and of your people. That chapter hasn't been written yet, but you can write it. And I know you're doing your best to do that. You're extraordinary people, and the motivation is high. Your skill level is high. Your courage is extraordinary. And your hearts are wide open. That's the way out. And hopefully, wherever we come from, we'll be listening more to our angels and our gods, our deities, our messengers. And that message will be forgiveness and love and compassion and light. We're all in this together. Salam, Shalom. Thank you. Be well.